It's 27 after 8:27, the R.J. Harris Breakfast Show, and we welcome to the Breakfast Show the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. Good morning, sir.
Well, thank you, R.J., very much, and thank you for being so nice. We really appreciate it.
Listen, I was up all night trying to think of what the first words I would say to the President of the United States would be on my show, and I'm going to say the same thing I said to you when we met in Hershey, and I shook your hand for the second time, and I was a speaker at your rally. I tried to get them. I tried to get them fired up for you, sir, and they're pretty darn fired up. You should see the lines in Central PA.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. We call it the Great Red Wave, and I don't think it's the other side. I think it's our side. You're saying the lines are very impressive.
Lines are incredibly impressive. We're talking about
hopefully like you've never seen before. I hope like you've never seen before.
We have never seen lines like this before, and person after person, writing, texting, calling, are saying the same thing. And I will tell you this: they're out there for you.
It's great. It's great. It's fantastic that you say that, RJ. You know, I just did a series of rallies, the likes of which nobody's seen. The crowd sizes, the enthusiasm, the love. People would get there 2 or 3 days in advance to be there. Nobody's ever seen it before. Tucker Carlson did something last night on that. It was incredible. He's looking at, the rallies, and he sees these massive crowds. And he did a whole big thing on it, and it was actually pretty amazing. But no, the love and the affection and the spirit of, and these are great people. These are incredible people. These people built our nation. These are workers. They don't want anything. They want to just be left alone and let us work and let us do good things. I mean, they're incredible people. No, it's an honor. It's such an honor. I'm so glad you told me that it should, it has the potential to break every record, and we're going to see, and I think we're going to do very good today. I think we're going to have a big day. That's interesting what you said, though, about the lines. I'm hearing we have lines. I hear we have lines everywhere. I hear the lines are everywhere.
Well, we have pictures of them, so we'll send them down to you so that you can see them when we finish up.
I'd love that. Yeah. I'd love that. That'd be great.
By the way, we love Tucker, too, and last night our Ken Matthews, who fills in for Rush, our afternoon guy, was on. I'm sure you saw that segment, and so it's a pleasure. And thank you for all the love you gave me on Twitter after I was on Fox on Saturday. As I mentioned, your signs are everywhere, and you know what's neat about it is about a third of them are homemade. They're the things that people put an effort into hanging up,
right.
and I see none for Biden. No homemade, none of that.
Well, the whole Biden thing is a very interesting situation, and I think it's a very tough situation, to be honest with you, for him and for the party. And look, there's no reason to say the election's now. We're done. We're not really campaigning, although I understand he's going out to campaign today, and he should have done that a long time ago.
Right.
But he's actually campaigning, and I guess I am too. I'm making some phone calls, very few. I wanted to make yours. No, you were so nice to me on that show that I watched you on the show, but I know you because we spoke last time, and I believe I'm somewhat superstitious, so it's always good. Let's do the same people when you won, right? It's always good.
No doubt.
You do a terrific job. You do a terrific job.
Well, thank you. Central Pennsylvania is behind you in a big way. As you know, we have a T that runs up through the center of the state up into New York, and I hear from people in upstate New York who are for you, too. And I'm on the air with Holly, who wants to chime in.
Oh, Mr. President, I'm so honored to speak to you. But I just want to say thank you on behalf of my friends in law enforcement who have literally been texting me all morning long from Lancaster County, Lebanon, Cumberland, and Dauphin County, who love you. And thank you for your support.
Well, law enforcement, these are the greatest people. They are so treated badly. I was going to say something even stronger, but I can't do that because the people love their police. They love and they respect their police so much, and it's bad leaders that don't. I mean, like the mayor of New York, like the governor of New York. Like, I mean, you see what's good. Like, look at Chicago, look at Portland, a little further away, but it's so obvious there that how foolish and how stupid the leadership is. These are, you could stop it, and you could stop the problems, and it tends to be Democrat-run cities, and it's a shame. But the people love law enforcement. They love these people, and I hope they know that. I think they do.
Thank you for all your support. Now, obviously, we're on the phone with the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Before I let you go, I know I have limited time, and you have others looking for you. Pennsylvania is one of those states that's not going to start counting the ballots that come in after 8 o'clock until later. And in some counties, we're not even counting the ballots that come in before 8 o'clock until tomorrow. Where do we go on that? Is the GOP prepared to challenge that? I know the ballots have to be segregated.
Right. So our lawyers are very good. We've done a great job with much of it. The Pennsylvania decision from the Supreme Court I thought it was a terrible decision. I think it's a very unfair decision. Possibly a political decision, but I don't even see it being a good political decision. The election should be over on November 3rd. It shouldn't be extended because people need more time. No, the people, if they need more time, let them put their ballots in a week early. There's plenty of time to put your ballots in, and let them go in a week early. But to extend a date for, it could be 2 states. I mean, there's different ways of interpreting things, but with Pennsylvania, there's no question about it. And they've gotten an extension. And the extension, there was a gentleman on one of the shows, and we're going to actually put it out last night, a very successful pollster, somebody that's actually called it very accurately. And he and others were talking about the fact that this will lead to almost guaranteed fraud. And it's almost like putting the leaders of Pennsylvania and the counters on an honor code. Well, an honor code, I know those people. An honor code is not acceptable to us. There can't be an honor code because there's not a lot of honor. And what they have is a system that's going to delay the election. Now, it could very well be that we're going to need Pennsylvania to determine the winner. Last time, it was amazing. They didn't call Pennsylvania until late. They should have. But Pennsylvania is such an important state, highly political, and it comes into the equation most likely. And you're going to need Pennsylvania. So you don't want to have to wait many days as they're putting in votes. Then they say, we need 5,000 votes to get their party in. And they can take the 5,000 votes from this field of votes that they're accumulating, and they'll say, let's give them 5,000 yeses. Let's give them 5,000 of a certain vote. This is a disaster waiting to happen, and it's going to be, it will be fought. You talk about both sides. It can lead to bad things, very bad things, but it can also lead to a very bad decision, which in turn leads to bad things. And I hope that decision is going to be, through the wisdom of the court, corrected, because that is not a decision that was wise. That is not a wise decision, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. It puts the state in a terrible position, but it puts the country in a terrible position. People are waiting to find out who won, and you can't delay that for many, many days. It could be longer than we even think, because there are scenarios under which it goes longer than you think. This is a terrible thing that happened, terrible thing, and I hope it's going to be corrected.
Well, I want to tell you something. I'm a lot like Rush Limbaugh. I do live in Realville. However, I'm also the eternal optimist, and with the enthusiasm that I see for you, Mr. President, including 35,000 in my hometown of Reading at the airport, it is my hope that you whoop them so badly tonight, there's no question about it, and tomorrow we will know that you've been reelected President of the United States.
Well, that is the ultimate way to get out of that problem. you beat them so badly that it doesn't matter how many votes they're counting or not counting. By the way, in that case, or not counting. But that is one way that it happens. You understand that? And, there is that scenario. And based on what I'm hearing from even other parts of the country, but from what you told me, it's possible. The ultimate poll is not some guy that makes $1 million to go and talk to 213 people, which I've always felt was weak. The ultimate poll are these massive crowds that are showing up to rallies. Nobody's seen anything like it ever. There has never been anything like it.
And you know what?
People are saying, will that translate? And I think it might.
They are from all walks of life, too. From people who dig ditches and drive for a living to my cardiologist who said that he was at your rally. So they're coming from all directions, Mr. President.
Well, I hope you like the rally. I do hope you like the rally, but we have a tremendous time at those rallies. And then we get down to business because we have some very serious things like saving our country,
Without a doubt.
It would go, you cannot have a socialist country, and I say it, you just can't have that. It won't work. We're not going to use it as an experiment because you learn from history. We can look at other countries as the experiment. We don't have to destroy our country. And, they never come back from a socialist country. Never comes back. Once it's gone, it's not like, oh, gee, we'll change. You're not going to change. And it's something we can't allow to happen.
Well, Mr. President, there are a lot of people downstream who are looking for you, so I'm going to let you go, even though we'd love to have you on all day. And thank you for what you did for Rush. He is a huge part of our programming and always has been. And we love Rush Limbaugh. We love you, by the way, just like the chant goes. So thanks for being here.
Well, that's really nice. And Rush is special. And, he's going through a hard time with that problem. And I'll tell you what, he's so tough. He's so tough. Yeah. And he's a great gentleman. We gave him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest award you can get. And I gave it to him in Congress. It was very interesting to see. One side was absolutely going wild, and the other side wasn't so excited about it. And that's the way life is. But Rush he's a great one, and there's nobody like him. And you are too, and thank you very much. You've been so fantastic.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and it's been great dealing with everybody that works on your behalf. So
good.
Congratulations in advance, and we'll see you on the other side.
Very good. We'll do it again.
Take
care of yourself.
Right.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America.